Cricbuzz Comm box, it's comparison time. I'm Gautam, Bhimani in company of Zaheer Khan, just trying to compare where things were. India 75 for no loss as part of that platform for that big 350 plus score. And the Australians, despite that one big over, that key wicket that they've lost, and that too the more informed, David Warner looking scratchy. If they had to lose someone, they didn't want to lose Aaron Finch at that point in time.
For sure, because he was looking good to start with. He's a good player of spin. He is someone who can put pressure on the spin early on with those big shots. So from that point of view, I think it was very important that doesn't matter how the wicket comes, but it came. And I think the real differentiator between the Australia bowling innings and India's bowling innings is going to be the spin factor. So you have still option of bowling about 25 overs of spin. You're hoping that Kuldeep Yadav bowls his quota of 10 overs. You're hoping Chahal also bowls his 10 overs, and then you have the part-timer bowling 4-5 overs maybe. Hardik Pandya has already bowled 4 overs. Your seamers have looked good up front. So all in all, I think now Indian bowlers can squeeze Aussie batsmen here, even though we've seen a smart move by Australia by getting Smith up. Anticipating that he's a good player of spin, rotate in between the middle phase of the innings. Warner has looked slow, isn't it? He's taken his time a lot. We'll have to wait and see now. It's after the Finch run out, it will be more responsibility on him as well, because the captain looked frustrated after he got out to that call.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not just damage to the Australian innings. That dressing room needs to be looked at the Oval, but really looking at the X factor in the sense the way that wicket fell. The one person who couldn't perform with the bat because of obviously promotions and the way the innings went decided he had to contribute with the ball. What a throw from Kedar Jadhav. Went out there for one ball, didn't face the ball, and he said, "This is my way to contribute," and it was a cracking throw.
And you need a piece of brilliances in the field, and India has ticked that box nicely with that run out. There was a slight hesitation, maybe the approach from Finch was just to put the pressure on the fielder, but not really going for that. He wasn't sure, but in the middle there is hardly any time to make that split-second decision. Turned out well in India's favor. Now let's see how they put the squeeze on from here, which is going to be important, because now they've got that breakthrough which was required for them to keep building the pressure.
David Warner now striking at 53. You don't often see him miss out on a free hit, which he's just done after hitting a boundary of Hardik Pandya. So do you see him trying to change? I mean, we know anyone can change gear and he's got the class, but a little unusual to see him that scratchy. He didn't start the tournament too badly.
Well, they've learned from the Indian innings as well. The batting inning of India, you saw that openers taking time, making sure that they're set, and then starting to put the pressure on. You could easily see the fact that Finch was going to be the aggressor in that partnership, and Warner is just going to hold the end, get set, and then start to put the pressure. Now, when Smith and Warner are batting, you would expect the role reversal of Warner. He will be looking to put the pressure on the bowlers, and Steve Smith is someone who will be just focusing on making sure that Warner is getting strike as much as possible, and build it from there. They would want to take this next phase of, say, 15 overs or 20 overs in the similar fashion what we've seen from the Indian side, going on about 5.5 runs per over.
Till the 35th. Well, another one, I mean, Aaron Finch was the first man to be run out, but for David Warner, really, he should have been back in the pavilion. Had it not been for that big, heavy zing bail. For the 5th time in this tournament, the ball has struck pretty much flush on that leg stump, and the bail again didn't fall.
5th time, huh?
5th time.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I think that is happening too often. So there's got to be some kind of scrutiny around what is exactly the reason, whether the grooves of the bails are too deep for it not to fall with a slight touch.
Because it's not just the weight. There was a statement coming out that there are 2 weights of bails. One the normal and one the heavier ones that are used when the wind blows. Now the statement that had come out was that it's actually lighter than those heavier bails. So the claim is that it's not too heavy. So maybe, as you said, it could be the groove.
Maybe the glue.
Maybe the glue as well.
We don't know the exact reason. We'll have to wait and see what kind of action is being taken, because it's happening too often, and that's something which which bowlers will not be happy with for sure, because you work hard, you run in from far, you bowl your heart out and do everything right, but just don't get that W which you're looking for.
Yes, and as our Cricbuzz colleague Harsha Bhogle pointed out there, it was Hardik Pandya who made sure when he was running out Aaron Finch that he smacked the bails off just to make sure it gets off that groove. His hand was hurting, but it was all worth it for India to get their first wicket. We'll be back in the 35th over on Cricbuzz Comm Box.